If you're looking for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products, you need to go to ashkickin.com.
Hi, I'm Angie and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this Tank beef. So I want you to break it all down because I talked to Boxing Ego earlier, and he was the one that told me how he interviewed Tank, and then once Fight Hype came up right behind him, Tank just walked away. So elaborate on that. Elaborate on that.
Well, first off, as soon as we walked up, they were asking us, "Are you affiliated with Fight Hype?"
Wow.
No, I'm not affiliated with Fight. Okay, you can interview him.
Wow.
And then he told the security around him. He said, "Listen, he stayed on the other side. He walked around the gate and he let the gate stand in between us."
Who was this? Who did? Who did?
Tank.
Okay.
And then his PR was on the other side with us, and he was directing traffic, and they had security, and he said, "Listen, anybody affiliated with Fight Hype, not dealing with him." Not dealing with him.
Man.
And, Ben came over. Me, Ego, Fred, a couple other people. Ellie was there, and Fred comes over. Ben comes over, and as soon as he comes, he turns it. He said, "Oh, that dude is Fight Hype." Turns around, get us out of here.
Jesus. You know it's crazy.
Right off top.
You know it's crazy because when Boxing Ego told me the story, when he first told me, I thought maybe he got just sick of interviewing, but then I started thinking, wait a minute, oh okay, this whole Mayweather situation. But then did you hear about the tweet that Fight Hype had issued, and Tank he clapped back on the tweet? Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about the tweet.
Yeah, so Fight Hype, he tweeted something out, and basically he said, due to Tank not giving us interviews, we're going to be limited to material that we're going to put out there. And he said something on the lines of, everybody unfortunately can't be professional. And then and this is what my man, shout out to Boxing Ego, he sent me the tweet. Matter of fact, here, let me pull it up what Boxing Ego has sent me. Okay, and then. Okay, so this is what he said. "Sorry to report, our coverage of Javante is going to be a minimum because he and his bag handler, Lauren, are still feeling some type of way about," and okay, it stops right there, "about Fight Hype." And then, I got extended. But it goes on. He's basically saying because of the Mayweather situation. And then Tank, he replies. He said, "Next time, don't be Floyd, little bitch, and keep that whack-ass article. You lucky it was just a walk-off. Be happy," with an upside-down happy face emoji. Yeah.
And let me tell you how crazy it was. Because Lauren was even, while we was coming over, he was like, "Listen, this is what we could do. I'll give everybody my number as long as you're not affiliated with Fight Hype."
Wow.
And he said we could set something up.
And Lauren is my boy, man. Lauren is my boy.
Yeah.
So man, it's good. And since we talking about this, Blue, so now we know exactly what Floyd Mayweather was doing. Now talk about did you get a chance to talk to Tank about the Lomachenko situation?
No, I just got Lauren's number, and he told me to link up with him later.
Okay.
So go past the hotel and get up with him, but no, I didn't get a chance to ask him.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you what.
I heard him talking to Ego though.
Yeah.
He was talking to a couple other people.
Yeah, Ego told me, like I said, because Ego interviewed him, and then that's when he got finished. That's when Tank walked away from Fight Hype. But Ego told me he asked Tank about the Lomachenko situation, and Tank said, "I didn't even know about this." He said, I didn't know about this, and I'm paraphrasing that when I say this part, but he was basically saying, we're not looking at that fight right now, but he said he didn't even know about this. So clearly, I guess you guys was touching on something when all the callers was calling in about the whole Lomachenko versus Tank situation. It wasn't. And credit to Lou DiBella, because I had Lou DiBella on the show the other day, and I asked him his thoughts on that, and he called it before Tank said this. He said, "I don't believe that kind of stuff. That's just some kind of talk. Yeah, I don't believe it." And when he said that, I thought he was just saying it, but clearly he knew more about it. So.
When I was talking to Tank for a quick second off the record, and I said, yo, Tank, I said Lomachenko next. He said, you tell me.
Yo, I'm about to catch this plane in a few minutes, but Anthony, get up with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn and tell them to check their email. I got something special for you. And by the way, all the money's in the bag. So I expect you'll be a man of your word.
Okay. I'll take 50 million up front. If that's the case, Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
I'll see you soon then.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So now Anthony Joshua's promoter, he's stating that he called Team Wilder's bluff and they refused to meet. They refused to meet so that they can sit down and discuss the terms of the contract when it comes to a possible fight between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and read exactly what Eddie Hearn had to say about the situation. It's all very bizarre. I returned the email of Deontay Wilder and said, "We are very interested in making this fight. Please send us a draft contract." He replied and said, "You have to accept the fight and then we will send you the contract." I've never known anything so bizarre since I've worked in boxing. I had a meeting with Shelly Finkel scheduled for Thursday. He canceled that meeting. I requested a meeting for today and he emailed me while also emailing the entire press world saying there is no point in meeting. It would be non-productive. We have to accept the deal first. It's always nice to call someone's bluff. What we've done is called their bluff here, and they won't even meet to talk about the deal. We asked for a meeting to try and talk about the offer. They rejected it. We asked for a contract. They rejected it. I don't know what more we can do. We can continue trying. End quote. This is what Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua's promoter, said to Sky Sports about the whole exchange with, once again, Team Wilder accepting the $50 million that Anthony Joshua is asking for, requesting for, when it comes to making this fight come to fruition. Now, in this situation right here, I understand both sides. I understand where Eddie Hearn is coming from. I also understand where Team Wilder is coming from. When it comes to Eddie Hearn, to me, there's no problem with meeting face-to-face to discuss terms of this contract. At the same time, when it comes to Team Wilder and Shelly Finkel, I understand that if Anthony Joshua says this is all he needs is a guaranteed $50 million, then he'll fight Wilder next. I understand them saying, we want you to verbally agree. Once again, they're not asking Anthony Joshua to sign a contract, a blind contract that he hasn't read. They're just asking for a verbal agreement before they even go to the next step and start the whole contract process, flying out to the UK or whatever the case may be to sit down and talk. All they want is a verbal agreement. And a verbal agreement, that doesn't hurt Anthony Joshua at all. So I see both sides in this situation. There's nothing wrong with meeting Eddie Hearn in person, and there's nothing wrong, there shouldn't be anything wrong with Anthony Joshua verbally agreeing to the $50 million offer. So we'll see what will happen. I truly believe that this fight is on the brink of coming to fruition. I believe that if Deontay Wilder says, we have the $50 million you're asking for, I believe they'll be able to provide it. So who knows, maybe I'm just being extremely positive, but I believe there's a very, very good chance that we are going to see this fight next. Let's see what happens from this point on. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the